Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Danielle Irby. Thanks for joining us. The Democratic presidential contenders faced off in Ohio last night. They sparred over topics such as how the age of the candidates would impact their term, health care, immigration, climate change, criminal justice reform, and gun control. Senator Elizabeth Warren took the brunt of the attacks over her policies, such as her Medicare plan for all.
Vice President, taxes on the
My son did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I carried out the policy of the United States government.
Well, it's just being observant because he has committed crimes in plain sight. I mean, it's shocking, but he told us who he was. Maya Angelou told us years ago, listen to somebody when they tell you who they are the first time.
And I don't need lessons from you on courage, political or personal. Everyone on this stage is determined to get something done.
I went on the floor and got you votes. I got votes for that bill. I convinced people to vote for it. So let's get those things straight, too.
Senator Warren, do you want to respond?
I am deeply grateful to President Obama, who fought so hard to make sure that agency was passed into law.
The fifth Democratic debate takes place November 20th in Atlanta on MSNBC.
Fairmont Heights police are investigating a murder. It happened last night near 56th Avenue and K Street. Investigators say a woman identified as 20-year-old Brianna Green of Suitland was found in the driver's seat of a car parked in the area. She had been shot and was pronounced dead a short time later. Police say a car was speeding away from the scene at the time of the incident. Anyone with information about the crime is asked to contact police.
Well, switching gears, the sensational Nats are World Series bound.
That's right, and they swept the Cardinals in the history-making series. Chris Marks is here with more.
What a night it was down in D.C. at Nationals Park for a team that has had so much playoff failure over the years, teams that have blown series lead, to come back and do what they did last night, to start the season the way they did as one of the worst teams in baseball, to now be in the World Series. What an awesome moment it was for the Nationals. So let's see how they did it, right? The franchise is 50 years old. They were born in Montreal as the Expos in 1969. They moved to Washington in 2004 and began play as the Nationals in 2005. They had never been to the World Series. That all changed last night as the 2019 Washington Nationals captured the National League pennant. To Nationals Park to see how it was done. Up 3-0, they take the field, and here it goes. Right off the bat in the first inning, Juan Soto, that is extra bases. Run going to come around to score, and the Nationals grabbed an early 2-0 lead. They weren't done. Now, Yan Gomes at the plate, and that is a base hit. 2 more runs going to come around to score for the Nationals. It's 5-0 in the first inning, just like that. Ryan Zimmerman fired up. Trey Turner at the plate, and that is a base hit. Another run's going to come around to score. It's 7-0 Nationals, and they cruise to victory in this one. Here is Daniel Hudson, the last out of the game. Victor Robles in the outfield, calling everybody off. He catches it. The Nationals are National League champions. They win last night, 7-4. And then the celebration was on in the locker room with the champagne, and the team's excited about moving on.
First inning we came out, and I mention it all the time, before the games. Hey, let's go out there and let's go first. Especially in these games like that. And they came out, and we started swinging the bats from the get-go. And at first you think, man, that's awesome. We're probably going to score a bunch of runs, and it turns out we didn't. That was it. And I'm really proud of the guys. Just every inning, we try to win every inning and stay in it. And the boys did well.
Me, the fans, the community, we've kind of grown up together. I was 20 years old when I got here. We were not very good. And the fans, I still talk to season ticket holders now that have been here since RFK. And, we went through those things together. And right around, 2012 when we made that first push, things started to change a little bit and the expectations were raised. And, we've had some chances and couldn't come through. And I think a lot of those failures kind of taught us and pushed us to get to where we are now.
You got to earn it, man. All the things that, in the past, all the failures, and the losing in the first round, and, because I've been there too, just like him. And, it just makes it sweet because, as we're getting older, You know, the game keeps getting younger, but to see a team like us, you know, continue to grind, and I think the mixture of people that we do have is what makes us so good. The chemistry that we do have, we understand each other. And, you know, I feel like being around this long, I wouldn't change anything about the past, because this is just, I mean, it's unbelievable.
The Nationals will now wait to see who their opponent from the American League will be. The Astros currently lead the Yankees 2-1 in the American League Championship Series. Game 1 of the World Series will be in either Houston or New York next Tuesday night. So there you go.
Party is still continuing.
It's still, they're still partying. They have, you know what a big win last night, and those guys. So Ryan Zimmerman has been here since the team moved from Montreal. So for him to get to the World Series, that's just really, really exciting.
So I got to have 2 banners, one for the Nationals and one, since I'm a native New Yorker.
Yeah. Hopefully she'll
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
All right, we'll see you back here with more sports later in the newscast.
I'll be back.
All right, thanks, Chris.